Okay, so it has begun. Now this poor thing, I don't know where my brain was. Clearly it needs nitrogen. That's why the leaves are yellowing. If you see yellow leaves, yeah, you probably got a nitrogen deficiency. Now, I don't want to hear any BS back from nobody, but if you are in a crunch and you don't have any type of fertilizer, you don't have any coffee grounds, you don't got nothing, you can use grass clippings. I don't, because I have Bermuda grass, and if you know anything about Bermuda grass, it's really a noxious weed. It really is, because yeah, it'll be here when I'm gone. So I do have fertilizer. I have a very heavy 10-10-5 mix, which is heavy on the. That's when they talk about your NPKs, your nitrogen. NPK, nitrogen, potassium. I forget the K, whatever. So I've got a heavy duty. It's a half-gallon mix. It only takes like a tablespoon, but I probably doubled it only because this is gonna rain like a crazy here today again. So I'll pull back this mulch. I'm gonna pour this in, and then I'm gonna put these coffee grounds down. Now don't use fresh coffee. You want to use your used grounds. I ain't got many because Mike forgets to save them. I got to put me a bucket by the coffee pot. But you can see this baby's trying. This sweet, sweet darling is trying. Now my clips come off, so I'm going to get them clipped up and keep it trying to, because it doesn't climb. This is a jasmine. It does not climb by nature, and but it won't hurt it when you force it up a trellis. And another thing you can do, if you're in an area where you can plant beans, I could go in there and grab dried beans out of my cupboard and pull this mulch back and put them beans in. Beans will grow. Beans create nitrogen in your soil. And if I wanted to put a climbing bean, I could do that, and that would rectify anything else in the bed that was nitrogen deficient. Now, I told y'all over here, I thought, that's not a weed, that's a plant. I planted flowers over here. Now, I planted carnations. I planted a bunch of low-growing, I'll show you. This is very low-growing, because my idea was to kind of have some ground cover to keep the beautiful eucalyptus tree leaves out, because, yeah, they're toxic. They kill. If you want to kill something in the ground, get these green fresh leaves and cover it. It'll kill it. It'll kill it. So, as you can see, we've already got a lot of leaf litter, and it just, no, decomposing is not going to really add anything to this soil. Now, this vine, you know what? If it wasn't going to grow up, I'd leave it if it was going to crawl on the ground. But as it is, we don't really want that here. But if it wants to take up over here and beat out these damn potato vines, I have climbed, guys, back in my store, I have crawled on my belly up under here, dug up and pulled up. Well, they ate most of the tomatoes. I put tomatoes that go bad out here. Hey, wasp, nobody's messing with you. Are you a wasp? What are you? Oh, you're a bee. No, you're a wasp. Yeah, you're a wasp, you little shit. There must be a nest close. What else is new? But you see that climbing, but they're a tuber, and they get these things that look like potatoes, but they're not. And after they fall, they replant, and they smother out my bottle brush tree. It's already climbing up. Shitheads. All right, let's get back and fertilize that. So I'm going to pull back the mulch and just pour this in. I ain't going to worry about fertilizing the roses. I'm going to heavily prune those. Gather all them hips. And not sure what I can do with them at this point. I'm not sure what I can do with these hips when they're this dry. I'll have to research it and see, because these are truly, truly broken down. I mean, they're moist. They're very damp, excuse me. So I'm not real sure, but for now, that's just. See, that one's green. So once that one gets a little orange color, you can eat it for a really strong dose of vitamin C. Now, there's a hard pit in the middle. It's not hard. It's almost hard. It's very fibrous. So you just want to, like, bite that far into it. It don't taste bad. I eat them, used to eat them all the time outside. So when they get a little bit ripe, before they get hard like this one, you can't see shit out here. That's like really hard. Before they get to that point, but they're ripe. I don't see one that's. See, here's new growth. If I can find it on the camera, I don't think you can see it. There's new growth on the tips of them roses way up there. Probably, I don't know, 10, 12 feet up there. All right, let me get this done. It's in the shade right now. It's only 9:30, but it's already, I don't know, probably 85, 90 degrees. Oh, he didn't put very much mulch. That's only an inch of mulch. I ain't gonna do nothing. That's clover. Don't bother me, but it's gonna get unrooted just by virtue of me moving this. So this way, when it rains, it's gonna. I think this is just a stick. That's where I prune the roses. That's an old one, huh? I don't know what this is vining out. Is this something I pulled and it's dead? I don't know what this is. Huh. Oh, it's an old periwinkle that's just dead. Yeah. All right. Let me put that on the sidewalk so I can pick up sticks later. Okay, look at the root of this rose. If you don't think this thing's old. That is the old. I have cut this thing. You can see old cuts there. You can see. Look at the size of that. I'll show you the size of this tip. Look at that. That's a big. That's my main one there. So you can see it's coming up here. Searching sun. It's got new growth, so, you know, I hate pruning when they got growth on it, but I might have to, because it's just, I've let it get out of control. These grow wild. The youngins brought home these in the little pot they painted at school, and they brought home periwinkles. So now they just grow wild. They're here, they're in that flower bed, they're in that flower bed. So I started a lasagna bed this past winter, and I've had enough rain now where that cardboard's really, really good and wet. So I need to get me some soil, and let me just pull this mulch back, and I'm gonna plant sunflowers back there in that corner. I do have some. That's something I have on hand, and I'll probably plant beans around the base of it. I've got packets of beans, and I also have dried beans in the house, so not looking to harvest off of it, but I will if it grows, but most likely the critters will eat anything it does. Alright, so I'm going to put these coffee grounds on top of the soil, and it's going to wash it in when it rains, so I'm not worried about how I spread this, because I just want it to wash down into the soil. That's all I want. Let's get rid of this vine. Alright. If I wanted to, I could just bury this here and it'll decompose. But I won't do it in this bed here. I would do it out there on the side, because there's cardboard and all kinds of stuff out there in that bed, which I need to start saving cardboard and start plotting out where I am going to try to plant in the ground this year. I'm going to put up my raised bed, which is one of those plastics with its structure. It has form. So I also need to prune this alamanda, and just get in here and pull some stuff, dig up them trees. My problem with digging them up is I need Michael's help, unless I wait till tomorrow or the next day, because my arm hurts. My right arm is so sore, y'all, because, oh, look. Oh, hi, sweet babies. I know you got some rain, and look, you're happy. You're blooming. Yeah. They're so pretty. Here's one that's open. Aren't they pretty? These are walking irises. They're so sweet. So I can start propagating these easily. Every one of these came from about a dozen, maybe 10 to a dozen plants I got from my sister Becky, my brother's wife. And yeah, I just collect the babies off of them and root them and stick them in the ground. Sometimes I take the babies and stick them right in the dirt. That's how, oh, he mowed it. But there's one just come up here we seen my last video. It just showed up. That looks like a trumpet vine. These things are so invasive if that is a trumpet vine. Where are you going to? Let me see what you look like down here. It might be. It might be. I'm about to do that picture of this thing to find out what that is. It might be a trumpet vine. You know, before this got so overgrown, I had a whole bunch of asters and calendula and echinacea. There was a lot of flowers in here, but they got choked out with fern and palm leaves and Lord knows what. So I'll be propagating that. This Mexican petunia, what happens when it's like that, it means it got rained on and then the sun hit it and it scalded your leaves. Ain't nothing you can do about it in Florida. Now this moss, thing about moss, you'll get red bugs from moss. Now, if you get moss and you want to use it in a project, stick it in the microwave for 30 seconds. It'll kill anything that's in it because, yeah, there's red bugs and other mites and shit in that. But I used to use it for Halloween. I'd get the rake and pull it down out of this out of this oak tree and hang it on. I'd get a big limb and stick it in a pot and put those shrunken apple heads on it and all that stuff. Here's a mixture of grapevines and wild, like a little bit like a Swedish ivy, but they're not. They're just something wild. I'm gonna let them be. So yeah, I'm not doing too much this morning. Again, my arm hurts, and it's from listing and handling jewelry. My hands are so busy. My fingers are literally numb today. So I really shouldn't do much of anything with my hand. We bought $60 worth of damn red snapper last night because we went out to eat with friends, and went over to Tarpon Springs. Yes, we dealt with the tourist trap to get us some really good seafood because they own their own. Oh man, there's freaking yard burgers, and they're already on me. I need to find the bush. See them? We call them yard boogers. They look like boogers, but they stick. Them things will stick to you like glue. And them are seeds. So what it's trying to do is all a plant wants to do. It wants to create seeds, which means fruit or a seed like that. That's their whole mission. That's why you deadhead things or you pick it. Because if you don't pick it, it's like, I'm done. It ain't going to produce no more. So that's why deadheading all is important. That damn oak tree back there, I've dug it up. I have to confess, I put that, what is that nasty glyphosate shit on it? I've painted the top of the roots on the ground. I've buried it. I've put blocks on top of the roots so it couldn't get no sun. And these years I've been not out here, it has made a big recovery. And that was where I used to plant my zinnias. But you know what I could do today, even though the soil is, oh Lord. He's working on the pool system. I think the salt to chlorine thing, I don't know. Anyway, see how this is real sunny in the morning? I mean, it gets a good, 4 hours of sun here. Earlier, this gets sun, which will be fine for a gardenia. It's going to get early morning sun. Not gardenia, hydrangea, but I got to get the oak leaf hydrangea because it can handle partial shade. So it's going to get that early morning sun, and then it's going to have the afternoon reprieve because you've got this tree. And just, yeah, it's not going to be, it'll be enough sun. So I could pull this up, but my arm hurts. But I was thinking this would be a quick way I could throw some zinnias in here, but I won't because look how bad this soil has washed away. I don't know what y'all seeing, but it's just, it's washed away. So yeah, I need soil. I got to really build this up with soil and compost before I put the hydrangea in, and certainly any plant seeds. I gotta wait till fall and dig up these amaryllis. These are the walking irises. Oh, there's one blooming over here. Pretty baby. Anybody wants spider plants? I've got so many, and they start growing on the ground because they drop in. That's what it is. That's all it is. Yeah, everything's happy with all this rain. Even the wandering Jews are blooming. My Mexican petunias in the backyard are blooming too. Those ones that I said were had been, the leaves got wet and then the sun got them. These aren't blooming back here. Yeah, it takes them a little bit longer back here because they used to get afternoon sun. Let's see if what they get these days. Huh? Oh yeah, there's some. They grow. They'll find. These things are so leggy. See how this one here said, I'm gonna run way out here to try. Husband ran over the mower. He's running way out here trying to get some sun. While this one said, I got a better idea. I'm gonna climb up this grapevine and this palmetto, and I'm gonna find me some sun up here. They're very prolific. These are very prolific. So they're real pretty. When I had this bed under control, it was just a flush of purple blooms. Beautiful. It'll get there again. It'll get there again. I got trees to remove, trees to cut. So yeah, today's not the day because my arm is killing me. I mean, it's just throbbing, y'all. Just throbbing. I need to go rub me some, I don't know, Real Time or one of those type of creams, something on it. So I got to get them bromeliads back up in the bush too. Mosquito razors. It'll fill back up, okay? It'll fill back up. Yes, I threw that out there. It'll be gone like a week. It'll be gone a week with all this rain and heat. Shit decomposes quick around here. Sonny, I know this is a weed, but that's okay. It'll flower. He threw my chair over there. I want to know what happened to my other chair. It's probably buried in here. I see my bird water. I'm laying down over there. I ain't got no shoes on because that's my deterrent to keep myself from running out there and starting shit I don't need to be starting. Because my arm is killing me this morning. I'm going to just leave it at that. I mean, I'd like to do a whole lot more, but I'm not going to do it. I was thinking about maybe something that might be good ground cover for that. Around that rose bed will be this pumpkin vine too, because I want ground cover there to keep these leaves out. This, as you can see, is sending out roots everywhere. It is a sweet potato. This is a sweet potato. So yeah, I could treat these like slips, because basically they are. I might do that. Not today. My arm hurts. I'm just going to be good. I've got, I got time. Yeah, we have a 10-month growing period, so I think I'm okay. I'm a hot mess. I'm a hot mess this morning. I've been wet with rain, wet with sweat. I've been wet and dry. I've been rode hard and put up wet. All right, I'm going to get inside. Take care of my arm. See y'all Wednesday. Bye.